Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast no one gave a crap about. I'm Thias.
I'm Alex.
And we're here to talk about Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 1. That's only 9 episodes long, and I totally forgot about that.
It's gonna be...
We're going to probably talk more about the other parts.
We'll see.
So, how'd you like it?
I think it was good. I liked it, but I feel like if I only watched part 1, which would be impossible to do, to stop. But if I only watched part 1, it would be a lot better in my mind.
Oh, yeah?
But after seeing, like, fucking part 2... I think it progressed fairly well, kind of. Other than the fact that Jonathan just, like... I don't know, just like, I can do all this special magic.
Yeah, Zeppeli gave me the ripple, or the whatever, his life force.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna fuck people up
like
now.
The Hammond or Hammer or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But he learned it, like, so fast.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because it was like, he's been training for a week. He's pretty good.
Yeah. And then Zeppeli's like, I trained for 3 years.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess you can be a natural at it, but I don't know, it just seems like a short time period to learn.
Yeah.
And then become somebody to fight Dio.
Brando, my
Even though, like,
favorite anime villain.
I love when Dio and Jonathan fight, like, anytime.
Yeah.
Because Dio is just like, he has it in his mind, he's like, Jonathan's such a fucking loser bitch.
Yeah.
And then he loses, like, a lot.
Yeah.
Like, almost every time he loses.
Yeah,
and then, like, when he's fighting them, like the mansion's on fire.
Yeah.
And shit, that's later. Because, I mean, it skips a lot.
It does. It's
right?
like first 2 episodes, maybe even only the first episode, they're like fucking 12 or some shit.
Yeah, 12, I think.
And then it's like, and then the next episode's like 5 years later.
Yeah, it just like hits like years later, and you're like, oh shit, damn.
Yeah, they're 17-year-old boys, and then
like
ripped.
And because in like the first episode or so, Jonathan, he's pretty weak.
Yeah,
and he doesn't have good manners or anything. Seems like a little piece of shit kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he's cool and he's kind of nice. Dio is obviously an asshole, but
yeah.
But then it skips ahead and Jonathan's like fucking ripped.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, both of them are. And it's like, oh, fucking look at our 6-packs, man.
But,
got these somehow. Fucking wish I looked like that. I'm 17. What the fuck? Where's my Jojo body?
Yeah, and we should just like set like a basis of like how it starts, right? So
yeah. Okay. Do you want to explain that?
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it. It opens with wait, what was his dad's name? Was his dad's name Joseph?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so Jonathan's dad, Joseph.
Yeah, it was.
He's like, it just opens, he crashed like in like a carriage or whatever, and this piece of shit guy, he's ugly old man, is like trying to rob him because he thinks he's dead, and then Joseph thinks he saved his life.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's ends up being Dio's dad, and then so
Dario Brando.
So the Joestar is like Joseph, and that's their last name, Joestar. They take in Dio after his dad dies, and then Dio wants to like take all their money.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's kind of this whole thing, and Dio, he's just an asshole.
They kind of set Dio up as like kind of to be a sympathetic villain, because it's like, fuck you, you treated me like shit, you made my mom kill myself, fuck you. And then like he just goes and does shit, and it's like, no, you're just an asshole.
He's just an asshole. I mean, it's probably because of like where he was raised, by who he was raised and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's just an asshole. To the point where he fucking kills Jonathan's dog.
Yeah, like stuffs him in a box, throws him in like the garbage burner, and it's just like the dude's like, all right, time to burn the garbage.
Yeah.
And then Danny dies. What was his father's name? Because I'm trying to remember.
Dio's father?
No. Jonathan's. Because Jonathan's son is.
His name Joseph.
His name is Joseph.
Yeah. No, not Jonathan's son was named George.
Okay, so his dad's named George. Because he named him after his father.
Was it?
It's George Joestar, Jonathan Joestar, George Joestar II, Joseph Joestar, and then Jotaro's mom.
Wait.
Jotaro.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then Joseph has an illegitimate kid, which is the main character of part 4.
All right then.
We'll give you a nice little lineage there.
I haven't made it to part 4 yet, so okay.
Yeah. It's probably a little spoiler for part 4, but whatever.
Well, it's a little bit, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, you can assume it's gonna be in the family.
Yeah. A little bit. That's not necessarily true. Because in part 6, you follow. It was weird. His name's I don't know. He's a Jojo, but his last name is Joestar, but he's Dio's kid.
Oh God.
It's fucking weird.
Okay, so yeah, and Dio, it starts with him just kind of wanting their money.
Yeah, and then it's like, I found the stone mask. Let me test it on somebody, and that person turns into a vampire, and then like the sun comes up, saves him, and he's like, oh, might as well do it.
Okay, so that's when, up to this point, George, Jonathan's father, has no idea that Dio is a total fucking dick.
Trying to kill him. He's like slowly poisoning him.
Dio is poisoning George.
Yeah.
And it's not up to this point when like Jonathan gets his proof, because he went to London, I think, to get proof that Dio is trying to poison his dad. He gets his proof.
I guess we should preface something else. Dio did the same thing to his father, and then Dario wrote a letter to George saying, hey, I'm dying, these are my symptoms, and then Jonathan found that letter. It's like, hey, my dad has the same symptoms, like, what the fuck's going on here? And then he goes to, like, this fucking shady place in England.
Yeah. So, he does that, and then they have their confrontation. This is when George, finally, after years, finds out that Dio is actually a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Who's trying to, like, kill him. And he dies, and the mansion catches on fire, and Dio and Jonathan fight. And Dio is, like, he's arrogant, and he's fighting.
Yeah. And
he gets, like, thrown into the fire eventually. He's like, I forgot that when you fight Jonathan, he gets stronger as you beat him.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you're so dumb.
Then somehow he survives. Dio does.
Yeah, he survives. He's like, I'm a vampire, bitch. I'm not gonna die.
There's a line where it's like, how many people did you need to kill to, like, heal yourself? And it's like, how many pieces of bread have you eaten?
Yeah.
Dio! I'm not gonna lie. At least part 1, I'm not sure about the other parts. It's, like, dialogue-wise, it's pretty fucking, like, kind of out there. Because it feels like somebody's always saying something, especially Speedwagon.
Yeah. He's a guy that Jonathan met in London.
Yeah, and then he's like, you're pretty cool. I'm gonna follow you around.
Yep. And then they become good friends.
Yep. And then, doesn't Speedwagon show up in part 2?
Mm-hmm. He's a lot older, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's in there.
He like founded some organization, didn't he?
Yeah, it's the Speedwagon Foundation or something like that. They got reach everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a big organization and he's like super rich. And I don't even think he like actually gets killed. I think he ends up dying of old age. I don't remember though.
Yeah, I think he does. Oh, I gotta show you this great fucking video. There's this scene in part 2 when it talks about how they moved to America, or they're like going back to America because they were in Germany in part 2. Right. There's a scene where it's like Lisa, Joseph, and I think somebody else. Was it
might have been Caesar. Maybe.
No, he was dead at the time. Was it Erina?
Okay.
Because she was alive, wasn't she?
Wait.
No. Yeah, Erina was alive.
Yeah, she's alive, but she's old.
Yeah. Fuck, who was on the ship? Whatever. But it like
there was also Susie Q, who Joseph ends up marrying. I mean, she was like Lisa's maid or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Joseph ends up marrying Susie Q. That's right. Because, isn't Lisa his sister?
Who? Joseph? That's Joseph's mom.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm trying to remember everything because it's been forever since I've seen part 2. But, okay, so you know how there's like that one scene where he like peeps on Lisa? Yeah. But there's this scene where if you cut to Joseph's face, it's just this like fucking so derpy fucking face. And there's this great video where it like zooms in on that face, and then it's like playing like this distorted music and like an overlay of the scene of him peeping through the fucking people at his mom, and it's like, oh, it's fucking great. I wonder if I can find that face. I'd probably have to go on my computer. I'll show you later.
No, it's fine. Right. So, yeah, but Dio survives the fire that burned him. Like, he turned to ash, basically. Like, he burned away.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, I'm alive.
Or it was like one of those things when, Zeppeli first meets Dio, and he just, like, jumps and fades away.
Maybe.
Could have been one of those things.
Something like that. But then Jonathan's quest to get rid of Dio begins.
Yeah, he meets Zeppeli. Zeppeli's like, I'm going to teach you about the ripple.
Yeah.
It's not going to last long, because it's only going to last, like, 2 parts.
I don't know if it's, like, Hammond or Hammond. I don't know how you would say it.
I just call it ripple.
Really?
Yeah.
But, it... Overall, I think its fights were pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, the first part, like, even though it was short, it had good fighting in it for how long it was.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, when he fights the knights.
Yeah.
Tarkus is, like, the bigger one, I think.
And, something with a B.
The honorable one.
Yeah.
Because Tarkus...
The Dark Knight. That's what they
Yeah.
called him.
But Tarkus...
Buford? Buford?
It might be close, something, maybe.
It's something like that.
But yeah, he was like honorable, and then Tarkus is like, nah, fuck that, you can get strapped in this metal thing, and we're gonna do this.
It's like the 2-headed snake of death.
Yeah, which Jonathan just badasses his way out of.
Yeah. He like Zeppeli dies, because it was leading up, you kind of know he's gonna die, because it's like his destiny to die.
His master who taught him was all like, Zeppeli was like, I want to know when I die.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know when it comes, so I can make it worth it.
Yeah. And then he tells him, and then like he's like, take my life energy, and then like fucking Joseph, just Jonathan. I almost said Joseph. I said Joseph. Jonathan is just like, oh, I'm really badass now, and he just like rips this like
because he starts like pulling at it, and Tarkus is like, you're so stupid. Nobody's ever in like the fucking like. Nobody can do it.
Yeah, he's like, even I can't do it.
I can't even do that, and he's like gigantic.
Yeah, he's
like,
fucking huge.
Like, oh my god, he's inhumanly huge.
Yeah,
and Jonathan's just like, bitch.
Yeah,
get me the fuck out of here, and then they win.
Yeah,
and then they fight Dio.
Pretty much. It's very just kind of like,
yeah,
they fight Dio, fight Jack the Ripper, fight Dio again, kinda.
Yeah.
Fight the 2 knights.
Yep.
Then they fight Dio.
Yeah. And Dio, well, he becomes just a head.
Yeah, and then the Chinese dude carries him around, and then like in the very last episode, he's like, "Hey, I thought you were pretty lame before, but you're pretty cool. So can I have your body?"
Yeah. So then he's like, "Jonathan, I've come to respect you, and I want your body." Because I am just a head now.
Yeah, he's like literally a head in a jar.
Regeneration has stopped.
For some reason.
So, and then Jonathan dies by, like, he takes Dio with him.
Yeah.
It's this whole thing where it's like, we're both gonna die.
Yeah, because, like, Dio shoots him with his eye laser, and then somehow he gets his head. Because I would be able to clarify this, but I didn't finish that episode. But yeah, he's like holding his head. He's like, nope, we're both gonna die together. Yep. We started together, we're gonna die together.
Irina gets in this coffin and she's safe.
And then somehow,
the ship like.
Then somehow Dio's head gets attached to Jonathan's body, and he makes it into that coffin. Somehow.
I don't know. But that's later.
Yeah, that's later.
That's when part 1 ends, is when Jonathan dies.
Yeah.
And then there was also the baby, who's kind of important. There was a mom on the ship who had a baby, and Jonathan said, "Save that baby."
Yeah, that's right.
Except that's persist. Whatever that word I'm trying to say to part 2.
Actually, I have one of the manga for part 3. In the very beginning, it tells like a. Here, I gotta find it. Tells like part 1.
Yeah.
Then it tells about a little bit of Jonathan Joestar is 20 years old and he fucking dies.
Yep.
Okay, so it's George Joestar the first, and then never says who his mom is. Then Jonathan Joestar, and then Arena, and then George Joestar, and then Lisa gets together to have Joseph Joestar, which he turns old, and he has Susie Q, and then they have Holly, and then she marries Sato Kujo, and then has Jotaro Kujo.
Yeah.
And then, oh, that's a weird fucking hat, man.
His hat that like blends with his hair.
No.
This hat?
That hat. This has Jojo on it.
Oh,
I don't think he ever wears that. That's Joseph.
What the fuck? No. He never wears that.
Because, like, yeah, no, like, Jotaro wears this hat that blends in with his hair, but in part 4, he wears, like, all white.
Really?
And, like, you can tell that, like, literally just, like the back half of his hats are just missing.
Alrighty then. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about in part 1, honestly, since it's so short.
The only thing is maybe you could mention one other character who's slightly... I mean, he plays in a little bit, is, what's his name? Like, Strazio or something?
Oh,
Strazio?
It's something close... Straits.
Straits?
Yeah, Straits.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's like... He kind of sets off the events of part 2, because he's like a vampire, and he's like...
Yeah, he does that, and then he's also the one who raises Lisa.
Yeah.
He does that, and that's where she learned Ripple, I guess.
Yeah.
As you call it. I mean, that kind of covers part 1.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to talk about other parts and how part 1 really affects it.
Yeah.
Part 1 does, like, really affect
it sets
the rest
it all
in motion.
in the motion. It's where it all began.
Because, like, a loose zombie kill George Joestar II?
Yes.
Joseph's dad?
Yes.
Because it was like...
That is what there was a zombie who was, like, in the military, and George II finds out about it, and he confronts him, and he dies.
Yeah. And Lisa, like... Fucking... I forget what she does with Joseph at that time.
No, she just kind of leaves.
Yeah.
Because this whole thing happened, and she's like... Nah! She goes after the zombie.
Yeah.
And she kind of abandons Joseph.
A little bit.
Yeah. But that's how Joseph grew up without his mom. But
yeah. So the person who wrote this, Hirohiko Akare? Arakai?
Sure, yeah, okay, yeah.
Whatever. But he loves Western music.
Oh, yeah.
And it really bleeds through. Because Zeppelin's master's name is Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Then
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty.
All like one word.
Yeah.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty.
With an N in there.
In part 2 you have AC/DC. Or Eshi Deshi.
AC/DC.
In part 3 you haven't met them yet. You have Onyo Boingo. Polnareff.
Yep. He's cool.
There's a lot that had to be like censored because it's like, what is his name? What do they censor it to in the sub? Because they censor it to something. I know that. Isn't it like it's like Jean-Pierre Polnareff?
Yeah.
But I think his real name is like Michael Polnareff.
Really?
Or something like that. It's either that or the other way around. But it's like there's actually a dude named that who's a musician. So they had to like go through and censor some of that.
No, yeah, but yeah, in the sub he's just Jean-Pierre because he's French.
That's right. They just totally. That's right. They drop Polnareff because that's the musician's name.
Well, no, he's still Polnareff.
I know it's Polnareff, but do they ever say that in the sub, like in the subtitles?
They say Jean-Pierre Polnareff. He says his whole name.
Fuck, what is... They censored his name somehow. That's all I know.
But,
we can talk a little bit about part 2, I guess. It's in the same season, technically.
It's my favorite part. Only because Joseph is amazing.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking great.
So fucking awesome.
He's just like a master at deception.
Yeah. He's just like, ooh, fucking, I got all these tricks, and he acts, he's kind of a typical main character, but he's cooler though.
Yeah.
because he acts kind of dumb and just kind of like easygoing.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's not.
He's definitely the most carefree of all the
yeah
main protagonists.
yeah. He's carefree, but at the same time he's not. He goes along with this whole deception thing.
Yeah, it's weird. Like he's very like ha yeah. And
He likes to joke around, but at the same time he's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, he's fucking serious.
He's just so awesome. But it just jumps straight in where he's, I don't even know how old he is when he starts. He's old and like he's grown for the most part. Because I don't. He's not. They don't start young like they did with Jonathan.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't say.
Yeah, well, he starts. He's pretty much just like a grown. I want to say he's in his 20s when it starts. And he can use Ripple. Like he's just been able to do it. Like nobody taught him. He can just do it.
Yeah.
He's not like great with it, but I mean he's talented obviously since he can use it.
I love how it tells you how to pronounce Jotaro Kujo.
Really?
Yeah, in the bottom here. Jotaro Kujo.
That's the only thing. Like I was like, Jotaro, you're cool, man, but you don't got the Joestar name.
Yeah. I want to say a lot of the main protagonists going forward don't have Joestar's name.
Yeah.
The Joestar name, besides Giorno Joestar, which is Dio's kid. But it was Jonathan's body, so it's fucking weird.
It's weird.
Then in like part 7, which is Steel Ball Run, there's just like a universe reset.
Okay.
Where it's fuck, what is the main character's name? It's very I think it might be George Joestar. He's paralyzed.
Right, but part 2. But
then there's Diego Brando turns into a dinosaur. It's fucking weird.
Okay. I wonder how long I can even.
That's the manga though, not the anime.
Yeah, I know that.
Yet.
Yeah, not yet, and I'm wondering like where am I gonna fall off because. But part 2.
Yeah.
You got Joseph, and then eventually he learns about his destiny.
Yeah.
But you got it's about, I think the official name that stuck was Pillar Men.
Yeah, it's the Pillarmen.
These guys, they get discovered in like these ruins, and they're just people like trapped in stone pillar kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they're the creators of the stone mask that Dio used.
Yes.
There's like a bunch of masks because they wanna evolve.
Yeah. And they fucking did, apparently. What was the first one's name? I always forget the first one's name.
The very first one that they did, they named him Santana.
Yeah, that was another music reference, because I knew his name was a music reference. I couldn't even remember.
Yeah, they gave him his name, and I was like, doesn't he have his own name?
Yeah, then you have Whamu, Eshidashi, and Cars.
Fucking Cars.
They're fucking Cars, dude.
But yeah, and then so Joseph learns about what happened with his grandfather, Jonathan, and deal with the mask, and he's all like, it's your destiny to do something about this mask shit.
Yeah. Because doesn't, like, the Speedwagon Foundation find it?
Yes.
And so...
And that's why he's being, like, tortured by the Germans.
Yeah.
Because they want to know. But then...
This is, like, pre-World War II.
The guy who...
just before World War II ends, so it's Nazis and shit like that.
Yeah, there's, like, Nazis. But the Germans are kind of cool. Because there's this one guy...
Von
Strongheim, yeah. That guy. He's, like, the guy who captured Speedwagon, and... He just becomes cool. He's just a cool guy.
He becomes like half robot towards the end.
He's just cool. He's like so over the top.
Yeah,
it's great.
I think one of my favorite moments is when he I forget what situation he's in, but Joseph, I think he's like protecting somebody. He takes the Coca-Cola bottle and he like just like infuses it with Hammond, and the fucking cap shoots somebody in the fucking head.
Yes, that's when.
It's like the very beginning.
Yeah, that's when. Oh, Smokey. That's when he's like. That's when they like first meet Smokey, and Smokey's like, "Oh my god!" And there's like a massacre, and Joseph is like freaking shooting. Was it Sam? Who was he shooting?
It was some person like.
No, he's shooting. He's shooting Straits.
Was he?
Yeah,
Okay.
because this Straits happened before like the other stuff we were talking about.
Yeah, this is like the very beginning of part 2.
Yeah, and he ends up because Straits became a vampire.
Yeah.
And he's like shooting him. He had like a Tommy gun, and he's like shooting up this like diner with Straits in it. And Smokey's like, "Oh my god, who have I met?"
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. And then after that doesn't work, it is just like, I have one special move left.
Yeah.
Run.
Oh yeah, that's just a Joseph thing.
Yeah.
That's his secret move. Is just running.
Well, when he runs, it's a plan most of the time.
Yeah.
It's like, it's pretty much always get the enemy away from the people that I want to protect.
Yeah, pretty much. Because so the first person he fights is Wamu. No,
He fights Santana.
he fights Santana first, beats Santana.
Yeah.
Then
Because he's all
Then
smart.
I think he fights Wamu, loses,
Oh yeah, no.
and then I think the first Pillarman they kill is Aishidishi.
Yes, because
He has like blood going through. Like his blood is like lava.
because they never followed up on that. Because technically Santana wasn't dead. They were he became stone
Yeah.
in like the top half, and they were holding him like the Speedwagon.
Yeah.
People were holding him, and they were like, "No, he's not dead, but we'll keep the UV on him." And he can't. But they never did anything with that. But Wamu, they encounter him, and Joseph runs away because he's trying to protect the others, which is Caesar,
Cracker Volley,
and Speedwagon. Was there anybody else with them? I think it was Caesar and Speedwagon.
Smokey.
Smokey there?
Was Smokey there?
Because this was like in the mines.
Yeah.
There was... All the Germans were dead. They got fucked.
Yeah, and the thing about Caesar, it's Caesar Zeppeli, so it's like...
He's a descendant of...
William was his grandfather.
Yeah.
And he resents Joseph because he thinks Jonathan just let Zeppeli die.
Yeah.
But then Speedwagon's like, no,
Mm-mm.
I was there.
No, bro, you got it wrong.
Yeah.
And then the greatest thing is Joseph, he had his bluff. He was all like, what was it, in a month I'll become stronger than you?
Oh, yeah.
That was his bluff
and
to
then
get out.
Like, yeah, because he's like, I'll make a deal with you. In a month, I'll be stronger than you, and then you can come fight me. And they're like, all right.
and then fucking Wamu puts a ring around his artery, right next to his heart.
Yeah.
That if in the 33 days, if he doesn't get the antidote from the lip ring?
I think it was a lip ring.
Wamu had a lip ring. It had an antidote in it, and if he didn't fight him and take it in 33 days, he was gonna get poisoned by this ring around him. And it just was like, oh shit. And then Desi's like, hey man, here's one for your fucking windpipe. He sticks it in his neck. And so he has to fight both of them, and they all leave. And Joseph was like, oh, fuck, my bluff didn't quite pan out how I wanted it to.
Yeah.
So now it's time to train.
Yeah.
Which the training sequence
That's where they find Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa.
And then she has like two dudes.
Two
trainers.
Lisa trained Caesar initially.
Yeah.
That's like his teacher. And so they go to her, and the training sequence is better than in part 1. Because, I mean, they had time to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
part 2 is significantly longer than part 1.
Yeah, no, it's, I want to say almost double.
Even triple, maybe.
Because the first 9 episodes was part 1, and then it goes to 24 after that, I think.
Yeah.
So
19?
Yeah.
So more than twice. A little bit more than twice.
So it's a lot longer.
Yeah.
And they do the training, and they have to use their Hammond to climb this, like, oiled up wall that's, like, really up. They gotta climb it. And that's to teach them to control.
Yeah.
'Cause you gotta use your fingertips.
Yeah, then, so there's, the dude who wrote Jojo. He had a manga before that called Boa.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was about this dude who's, like, this, like, bioengineered weapon. And he can, like, transform and stuff. But it's funny if you look at that character, because there's so many different references to the later JoJo characters. Like, he has this laser that's in reference to Dio's eye laser, and then he has the blades that Cars has, and then just his general look looks like Star Platinum. Hold on, let me Google him real quick.
Alright. That's pretty cool. But yeah. the training happens. And then they just train with 2 other people that Lisa has with her, I guess. I guess she trained them also. Oh. That guy looks awesome.
Yeah. Oh, here he is in a All-Star Battle. A little bit. I have him in an All-Star Battle. Yeah, all he says is boa.
Fucking Pokemon?
Fucking aura, bitch. So they
Yeah.
train, then ACDC pops up and is like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, because the final test was there was the other 2 like master guys,
Mm-hmm.
and Caesar had to fight one, and Joseph had to fight the other. Well, Stacy shows up and fucking murders the one that Joseph was supposed to fight, and it was all like, let's fight. And then they fight, and a bunch of stuff happens where...
So, I guess we should talk about like what exactly Pillarmen are.
Maybe a little bit.
So, as we've mentioned, they made the mask, but
yeah.
Santana didn't really have any quirks to him. Just all Pillarmen are very like flexible, to say the least.
Yeah.
They can like literally like break their bone wherever they want to and just like heal it right back.
Yeah, they can do, because they're above human.
Yeah.
Like, they created the mask. The whole thing is that they created the masks, and then they changed people into vampires, and then they would like consume the vampires.
Yeah, it was weird. And then so Wamu is able to control the wind, like he can like move
Oh yeah,
his
they
arms.
have like a thing they can do.
Yeah, ACDC, his like blood is like literally boiling hot.
Yeah, he's all fire.
And for some reason he can like attach to people.
Yeah, because Joseph, like basically Joseph obliterated him, and he was just like a brain left.
Yeah.
But he survived as a brain.
Because he attached to Susie Q.
Yeah, and he took her over and was all like, "Yeah, it's gonna fucking stuff. I don't remember, but you're not gonna kill this girl." Mm.
Oh yeah.
Because they were trying to get the gem that Lisa had.
Yeah, oh, the Redstone of Asia.
Yeah.
AJA.
Yeah, and he was all like, and he took over Susie, and he's like standing in their way. He's like, "You're not gonna fucking kill this girl, huh? No, you're not gonna." So, stalled.
Yeah.
So, that happened, and then it was all like stuff, and then they did. Caesar and Joseph were all like, "Let's work together."
Yeah. Then and then you have Cars, which he has. Does he have any other quirks besides the knife arms?
He's got knife arms.
They're like blades that come out like that.
And he's
like the strongest of the Pillarmen.
What was his thing that he could? Did he do light?
Oh yeah, it has something to do with light.
I feel like it was light.
Cause he like, couldn't he make like an after image of himself or some shit?
Something like that.
I forget what Cars' quirk is.
But the thing about Cars is, okay, so Cars is completely focused on getting the stone, so he can use, because they need to make the masks more powerful, so they can evolve themselves further.
Yeah, there's like this special mask that has a slot in it where the stone goes, so they can become perfect.
Yeah, and so that's like his goal. While Wamu and ECDC, since they're immortal, they always like to find like tough opponents to fight.
Yeah.
And Cars just isn't interested. And up to this point, Cars seems just kind of chill, and he's not doing a lot, and he's just kind of like, you guys can do what you want. But then it comes to time. Well, let's talk about when he fights Wamu first.
That was an amazing fight.
Wamu is such a great. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's my favorite moment.
I forget exactly what happens, but fucking amazing happens. That's what happens.
Wamu challenges Joseph to a chariot duel.
Yes.
So they go around like this old arena style thing, like fucking Greek shit, and they're in chariots and they gotta fight. And like every lap, there's weapons that you can grab.
Yeah.
And it's just, they freaking ricochet crossbow bullets around, and it's just this whole fight that's just so awesome. Freaking Wamu like stabs his own eyes out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, this fight is epic.
Because there's just like this one where like Joseph thinks he wins because like Wamu's like literally just like on his chariot, just like looks like he's dead, and like that's when he pokes his eyes out.
Well, yeah, because he was like, all right, I have discovered that my arrogance and weakness, and it won't happen again.
Yeah.
I relied too much on my eyes.
Yeah. And then he like does a weird one.
Because Joseph does his deception. He's all like, ooh, magic.
Yeah. I think there's a scene where like he's talking to cars in like this mansion, but as he's talking to him, he's kind of like prancing around, like laying down all this string everywhere.
Yeah, he does that. But then, so yeah, and then Wamu has this whole honorable death, like, it's like when Jonathan was fighting that other night, he had this whole honorable thing.
Yeah.
And then Wamu was like the honorable opponent, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was just,
I feel like Cars is very respectable. It's like, all right, we'll take your deal, or you can fight Wamu. I won't interfere. I feel like he's pretty respectable until the very end.
yeah, until suddenly Cars is a different fucking person.
Yeah.
Like, what happened? Like, he just kind of lets everyone do their thing, because they have this deal where they'll do one-on-one fights.
Yeah.
That's how this thing starts. And then when it comes down to it, Cars is like, why the fuck would I do a one-on-one when I just want my goal to be, I want this stone.
Yeah.
Fuck your deal.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
It's like, why wouldn't I just fucking kill you right now?
And it comes to the point where he's like dangling Lisa over spikes.
Yeah.
And Joseph has to hold her up, or else she's gonna die.
Yeah.
And Cars is like, I'm just gonna walk up and kill you now, you fucking...
Yeah.
But then, you know, Joseph does his whole badassery where... Well, yeah, Joseph's coolest thing where he predicts what you're gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime he's fighting, if he predicts what you're gonna say, you've lost. That means he's winning. And he's gonna win right now. And it's awesome.
That's just, it's so great, because he's like, you're gonna say this, and then they say it, just like pretty normally, then they're like,
and they're like, what? And then he just wins.
Yeah, because like, we were kind of talking about that, how every Joestar kind of has a quirk besides Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan didn't have anything. Like, they have a tell, like, when they're about to win the fight,
Yeah.
they do something, but Jonathan didn't. Jonathan was just like, I'm fighting.
Yeah, because Joseph is when he's like, he predicts what you say, and then Jotaro is like when he's like yada yada, you piss him off.
Yada yada.
And then part 4 protagonist, I don't remember his name right now. It's when you make fun of his hair. He fucking gets really mad.
Alrighty then. But yeah, no, Jonathan's just like that unexpected trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh! When you're fighting and you think he's beat, and then he's all like, you fell into my trap card, and then he just kind of comes out with like, here was my plan.
Yeah. Joseph's pretty much Yugi, if you want to make those two connections. It's like, oh, I'm about to lose? Nah.
Hell no.
Flip, 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 flip. Exodia.
But part 2 is so good.
Yeah.
Because it's just... See, this has been... With, Ripple, I don't feel right calling it that.
You can call it Hammond if you want.
I know, but I don't know how... Because I don't...
I just say Hammond.
Say it out loud. Hammond?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hammond.
Because that's just like... It's great, because they're fighting.
Yeah.
And they've got, like, this stuff that they just kind of produce... Like, it's a thing that anybody can do. You just have to learn it.
Yeah.
I mean, some people have a talent for it, but you can learn it.
Yeah.
It's a style of fighting, and it gives you this kind of energy that you can control in your body through breathing. It's all about, like, controlling your breathing. And it's so cool. It's awesome. And then, I like part 3, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not dissing it, but it's not as good as part 2.
You don't like stands?
Stands, they just take out of the fighting, in my opinion.
Yeah?
Because you don't have the characters themselves fighting. They're just kind of standing like, let's do this.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I don't know. It takes away from me, and and then oh my god, the one thing that I just can't stand about part 3 so far: 0 opponent. Every opponent, when they're about to like officially lose, are just like, oh no, I'm sorry, please.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, stop. Every single one.
Yeah.
They're so scummy. It's like, I was just in it for the money. I don't want to die or nothing, man.
Yeah.
It's like, can I just get one honorable opponent?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit.
Because Wamu was just so awesome. By the end, you're just like, dude, Wamu, you're my man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. I mean, the only person you don't have that with is Kakyoin.
Yeah.
Because he has that thing in the back of his neck.
Yeah, he's got like...
He's like mind controlled.
Yeah, he's basically mind
Same
controlled
with
by Dio.
Polnareff.
Yeah.
And then after after they assemble the main cast, they're just like, eh.
No, that doesn't happen anymore.
Nope.
And everyone you fight is just fucking losers.
Yeah.
Such,
I'm trying to remember who's all in season 1. Because that's the tarot cards.
Yep.
And then season 2 is the Egyptian gods.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you got like, Anubis and stuff
that's
like
cool.
that.
Sounds cool.
Anubis is a sword, so it's like it's weird because like anyone can pick it up.
Right.
And
Well, okay. I'll go over some of the opponents that I remember. The one that comes out like instantly is the ape because that was weird. There's like a monkey who his stand is just the ship. They find a giant ship.
Yeah.
His stand was strength.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and he's just like a monkey, ape kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird.
Then you have Whole Horse.
Whole Horse and Centerfold.
Centerfold, yeah.
They're
Fuck,
in
what is
there.
Centerfold's name? That's a name they censored. What's Centerfold's true name? You keep talking.
I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure they just called him Centerfold. I think in the anime anyway.
But no, if you listen to like when they say Centerfold, it's something else. Let me
Oh, really?
look that up.
Okay. So yeah, Whole Horse and Centerfold. There was
Jay Guile.
Yeah.
But he has 2 left hands. 2 right hands?
Right hands.
2 right hands.
And he was Polnareff's enemy.
Yeah, he killed Polnareff's sister.
He killed Polnareff's sister.
Yeah, and his stand was like it can only be in mirrors, and so Whole Horse would like shoot things. So like they were partners at first.
His stand was like light, like it would have to jump
Yeah, it was
at like the speed of light.
It was like reflections because it only worked in reflections.
Well, yeah, he could only
the Hanged Man.
He could only attack through reflections, but he could only go to like one thing.
Yeah, at a time.
Yeah, and then like when he's jumping, he's vulnerable if you know where he's going.
Yeah,
that was the whole thing. Kicking through a coin.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool.
There's some cool fights.
There is some cool fights.
I don't think Jojo ever disappoints in fights.
No,
then you have
it doesn't.
Then you have Jay Giles' mom.
Yeah, she was.
What's her
stand?
It's like a fog.
It's fog. I don't remember the name of it though. But it's fog, and then if you get like any kind of injury, it just kind of goes in there and is all like boom hole, and then you're like a puppet.
Yeah,
it, like tries to puppeteer you.
And then Star Platinum just like
yeah, he
just like sucks it in,
sucks it up, and then she can't breathe because if your stand
if any damage happens to your stand, it also happens.
So he was sucking in like all the fog and shit, and then she couldn't breathe, and was like,
yeah.
I was like, get fucked.
Mariah, she's in the 2nd season. She has a really cool stand. I think it's Mariah, but
and then sometimes the fights are just like what. Do you remember? I don't know if you do, but you might because it was silly. The one where they were in the desert and the stand was just like a giant sun.
Yeah,
it was so dumb.
And then wasn't it like some dude like hiding in like a reflective box?
Yeah, he had a mirror, and he was just like he had like air conditioning. He was sitting behind it and stuff. And because the very beginning of the episode or whatever, I think, yeah, and they're just like they're sitting in like this hole in the desert kind of thing, and they're like, and Joseph is like, how could we fall for this? And then I'm like, oh, something's happening, and then later, everyone starts laughing, and Joseph is like, oh, they've lost their minds, and then they're like, no, look, see that rock, and then see that it's the exact same rock, and then Jotaro, he like throws a rock through the mirror that they finally realized was there, and it like knocked the guy out, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what? That was so silly. Like there wasn't even like a fight.
Then you got the insect on the plane.
Yeah, there's the insect on the plane. That's like the first. I feel like that was first.
Tower of Grey. It's okay. So do they have Polnareff at the time? I don't think they have. So
not on the plane.
It's Kakyoin, and then it's Tower of Grey. So the first kind of
because he fought Kakyoin,
yeah.
But and then because the plane, they have to. Joseph ends up trying to land it.
Yeah.
And he's like, guys, I'm kind of worried. This is the third time I've been on a crashing plane. And Jotaro's like, oh hell no, I'm not doing planes with you anymore, old man.
Yeah. Great.
And then they've also got, I know they fought the guy who, was it the lovers? I think it was lovers who it would go in your ear, and it would like whatever pain that person felt. I don't remember his name, but he would feel pain and then it would happen.
Yeah.
'Cause he went to Joseph and Joseph would get hurt.
Yeah.
And
Was that the one where he predicted what he was gonna say? The lovers? Because he was like running through the like back alleys of Egypt.
Maybe.
Cause like that was like the only moment he has in the entire anime where he's like, "This is what you're gonna say."
It might have been, but I don't know for sure.
Then you have little.
Yeah, that guy. Because
it's this dude who can transform into any person, and he does cackling, and he has this cherry. And he's like little.
Yeah. It's just like suddenly Kakyoin is a completely different person. You're like, no, this is weird. They would never do that, right? And it's not. It's a guy with a stand. His stand's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because it almost is like pretty much seems unbeatable.
Yeah.
But then, Jotaro, he does something. I don't remember exactly what, but he ends up like winning basically.
Yeah.
And the guy who had all this like air about him was like, "No, my stand's unbeatable. You'll never win." Blah blah blah. This, because like the stand was basically like eating Jotaro.
Yeah. Man, I love how they call Dio the man with the star.
Wow. Why? His name is said multiple times.
I don't know. It says in the Wikipedia article that it's Dio Brando.
Alright, whatever. But yeah, and then of course, like everyone else, the guy who had this whole badass thing going about him is just sniveling on the ground like, "Oh, please, I'm sorry." And it's like, God damn it.
Dark Blue Moon is the ship.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, hold on. No, it's not. What's Dark Blue Moon again?
Who was...
Dark Blue Moon is a humanoid stand with aquatic features. It manifests itself as some sort of
the one... Okay, not the one... Okay, I remember what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
When you were talking about when Joseph did the prediction thing, that wasn't when it went, like, in his ear. That was the one where the girl, her blood got on him and it, like, grew into this...
Oh, yeah!
...thing.
Some
that
weird
was that
Junji
one.
Ito shit, man.
Yeah, it was weird. But that was that one. And he fought that thing that was just like on his arm. And then there's the one...
The devil. Ebony Devil. Is that what that was? No, that's Devo. It's the dude with the puppet. And the puppet had the knife, and you talk through the puppet.
Ah, yeah, okay, yeah. I remember
Yellow
that.
Temperance is the little.
Oh, God.
Emperor and the Hangman, that's
the
Cold
worst
Horse
part
and Jay
of that is that Kakyoin himself actually does that later.
Yeah, like later that episode, he's like on this train, he's like
with the cherry, and Jotaro's like yada yada.
Yeah. Empress is the cancerous one that grows. Wheel of Fortune. That was like the thing that can turn into anything, right?
Wait.
En route to Pakistan, the party battles Wheel of Fortune, a car stand controlled by ZZ.
Oh, the car.
Because didn't it like...
It was a car, and they had this whole thing where they were like, him and this asshole, and then he's like...
Oh, yeah,
They go past him and stuff, and then he's like, let me pass, and they let him pass, and he slows down. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah. Justice, which is Jay Giles' mom.
Yeah.
Ina? Aina? I don't know. Lovers, Steely Dan.
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's another reference to music.
He does, his stand's really small, and it goes, like, through your ear, and it makes you feel the same pain as the user.
Yeah, he holds Joseph hostage with that.
Yep.
Then you have Sun,
it's silly. Silly episode. Death 13.
Death 13 was really cool.
That one was my favorite.
Death 13 was really awesome.
Because you don't have the issue where they become fucking stupid when you beat them.
Yeah.
It was a baby. A fucking baby.
Yeah. Who, like, controls your dreams.
Yeah, you go into this dream world, and he's got his stand in this dream world, and then the only way you can bring your stand into the world is if you had your stand out, like,
Yeah, because don't they just find the baby? And it's like, alright, like, you're gonna take care of this baby.
A lady finds the baby, and for some reason she says she felt like it needed to be on the plane that they were trying to get.
Yeah.
And so it was like the baby was like, you're gonna get me on this plane. Yeah.
Judgment. What was Judgment?
And then Kakyoin puts the baby's own shit in his food, and then Joseph feeds it to him. But Joseph doesn't know. Because Kakyoin's the only one who remembers after the dream world, because he had his stand in the end.
I'm trying to remember what the fuck Judgment was.
Judgment? Was that?
It's like a giant robot.
Yeah, no, that one was really recent. He grants wishes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember it now.
And that's actually when Avdol is revealed as he wasn't dead.
Yeah, that's right.
But everyone knew except Polnareff.
Yeah, because he dies, like, he dies during the whole horse thing.
Yeah, because he gets stabbed in the back, and then whole horse shoots, and it's like, got shot in the head, but it pretty much just kind of grazed. I mean, it was deep, but it just grazed his head.
Yeah. Wasn't there, like, a fake Avdol on the island?
Yeah, no, Avdol was disguised as Avdol's father.
Yeah.
And everyone knew, like, Kakyoin, Joseph, and Jotaro all knew that Avdol was alive, but they're like, nah, Polnareff's got such a big mouth, we better not tell him.
Oh, High Priestess was in season 1. When they're in the submarine and jumps around to the metal things.
That's High Priestess Part 2 is the last episode.
Yeah.
Which is the one I need to finish.
Then you have Iggy. He's a dog. He has a stand. It's called the Fool.
Hey, I mean, we had a baby, so...
Then you have Indol, which is like, this is like kind of a water stand, and this is where it starts.
I haven't gotten there.
Yeah, this is where it starts the Egyptian gods, because he has God Geb, and then you have God Khnum, which is Oingo, and God Toth, which is Boingo, which I think Oingo can change his face to whatever, and then Boingo has this book that tells all future events. It's really cool.
All right.
Anubis, which is literally a sword. Mariah is really cool. So like her stand is like this electrical outlet, and if you get touched by this electrical outlet, you become magnetic. And so like Avdol and Joseph become magnetic, and they start to like stick to each other, and like a bunch of like metal shit's like falling on them. That's and stuff like that.
Does I can't remember her name, but they had that little girl with them for a lot of the first season.
Oh yeah. Yeah, kind of.
Does anything ever happen to her, or is she just like, she's just done now? She's just kind of gone. They sent her somewhere. I think they sent her home.
I don't remember.
Because she just like completely fell in love with Jotaro.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right then.
Cause like.
That's the weirdest thing about Jotaro though.
What?
He attracts a lot of girls.
Yeah.
But he's a nice like if you like watch it, it's like, no, he's a nice guy, but just the way he kind of acts, towards people is like, be like, you're annoying, shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
He says that to his mom.
Yeah.
Okay, and then his mom is just like, yeah, okay. and his mom is Joseph's daughter, and when Joseph's there and he says that and he's like, what did you say to my daughter? But Jotaro is actually a really nice guy, even though he does this whole, just shut up, you fucking annoying, god damn it.
If you annoy him, you annoy him.
Yeah. But then he also just attracts a lot of girls. Like, he's walking through school and there's all these girls and he's like, you're being annoying, and they're like, ah!
Yeah. Then it happens on the plane, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Where he's like, shut up, bitch. And then she's like, ah!
Yeah. Like, what? It's so weird. Yeah,
it's really weird. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. Do you know what Dio's stand is?
No, has not been revealed.
Oh yeah, but okay, cool. Dio stand's pretty cool.
I figured it is. All I know is he can do the thing that Joseph can do with Hermit Purple.
Yeah.
I know he can do that. That's it. That's all I know.
Yeah, so Dio's stand is really cool. So since Dio's in Jonathan's body, they cut off the Brando part. So it's just a capital DIO. when they say his name, so it's just Dio. So when they do that, it's another musical reference to Ronnie James Dio. On his stand, it's called The World. If you look on the back, it looks like he has scuba tanks, which is a reference to Holy Diver by Dio. So yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Cool. I wouldn't catch all these. I like music, but I don't really know music stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, no, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is pretty great. I need to watch it. I need to watch season 2, the rest of season 2, part 3, and then part 4, which I think I'm going to slowly start rewatching all of it, because it's pretty great. I really like it.
It is really good. But I don't know, man. Part 3 is fine, right?
Yeah.
I like it. I just wish it could live up to part 2.
Part 4 is pretty cool. Cause,
we'll get there. I'll see, like, it's just, everything's going to be compared to part 2 and be like, all right. Because part 2 is just...
Because the main character, his stand, can fix things.
Okay.
I don't think he can damage anything, but he can fix things. And so, then you have, like, the villain of, like, the first, like, 4 episodes, I think, where his stand is water. It's, like, water-based, so if you ever drink this thing, it'll, like, fucking kill you.
Wow.
And it's,
That's
like...
kind of scary.
Yeah, and he's, like, a murderer, and he's, like, a serial killer and shit like that. Oh, then you learn later how, like... So, later on, it explains why stands just kind of pop up out of nowhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at least the, like, Joestars and how they got it, at least.
Well, right now, at least their explanation is that Dio is the reason for them having stands.
Yes, but there's this item. It's called the arrow.
Okay.
If you get stabbed with this arrow,
right,
50% chance you get a stand, 50% chance you die.
Hey, man, I'm going to take those odds, okay?
And so Dio does it, and he gets a stand. And then somehow, since it's Joseph's body, it links every other Joestar, so therefore they get stands.
Joestar bloodline, right?
Yeah.
They're connected.
Yeah, it's weird, because, like, I'm not sure if every Joestar has it. Well, they kind of talk about it. Yeah, every Joestar has it. It's a birthmark, it's a star on, like, the left side of their neck.
Yep. Anyone with the Joestar blood has it.
Yep. So, yeah, we're going to wrap up here. I think we talked quite a bit about JoJo. We just kind of talked about JoJo, because I don't think we could fill up an hour just with fucking part 1.
No, not just with part 1.
Unless I took very detailed notes.
So, yeah, we talked about up to where I watched, and then a little bit after.
Yeah, a little bit after. But, yeah, so, fucking, Jojo, he becomes a marine biologist.
What? No, what?
Yeah.
What?
He becomes a marine biologist.
I want to know...
And he really likes dolphins.
Okay.
And then he has a daughter named Jolene Cujo, which is the main character, part 6.
I want to know where his... Because when they're introducing Jotaro, they just do, like, a quick flash of him growing up. He's, like, a super good kid who, like loves his mom. He's like, yeah. He's all this, like, he's kind of good two shoes. And then he's in jail, and he's, like, mean. And it's like, whoa.
Teen angst.
I guess. But it's like, what happened?
Yeah.
And his entire look is different.
Yeah. Because, like, one of the first times you meet Jotaro, Joseph shows up, and it's like, hey, listen here, you little shit. Shit's going down.
Yeah, because he's in jail, and he's like, no, I'm going to stay here because I'm possessed.
Yeah.
His stand brings him things.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then he tries to shoot himself, and his stand stops it.
Yeah, catches it.
And he's just like, there's something wrong with me. I'm going to stay here and figure it out.
Yeah, because, like, so stands are weird, because each of them have, like, quirks and stuff like that. So, like, Joseph has Hermit Purple, which allows him to, like, he has cameras or, like, TVs, and he can see whatever he wants.
It's cool, but it has little fighting potential.
Yeah, unless he uses, like, Hammond through it.
Yeah.
Which he uses at one point.
Which is sad, because Joseph's cool.
Yeah, then Jotaro, he's an old dude. Not really gonna fight all that much.
I know. But, I mean...
Oh! Totally fucking forgot. I forgot that Joseph has a metal hand.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he lost it when he was fighting cars.
Yeah, and he has a metal hand.
He ends up becoming the perfect being.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to mention that. And then he gets launched off into space, and he's just in space.
Yeah, because they have this big fight, and then they fight at a volcano. He's like, I'm gonna run him at a volcano because he's from Earth, so maybe Earth can kill him.
Yeah.
And then they end up getting launched.
Somehow he gets encased in stone, and then like he's just drifting. And since it talks about how he's still alive, so he's just left there with his thoughts. And after a while, you stop thinking.
But this is the kind of stuff that just makes Part 2 awesome. Is when Cars is like flying, and he's like flying away, and Joseph just kind of has to like give him the last push to reach that. What is it called? Terminal velocity, I guess.
Yeah.
And Cars is just like, Joseph, you bastard, did you predict this far?
Yeah.
And Joseph hasn't, and you're like, there's no way he could. And then Joseph's just like, you bet your ass I did. I'm just like, yes.
Joseph is probably one of the greatest main characters.
He's so good. He's so amazing.
I don't know about all the other main characters and stuff like that, but yeah, then like Jotaro's is Star Platinum, punches really quickly, very fast.
He's got speed and precision.
Yeah, speed and precision, because like, yeah, that's how he was. Like, he's the reason they pull the thing out of Kakyoin, because like Joseph's like, if you pull that out, he's gonna die.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing about Jotaro is like, he can't be phased.
Yeah.
He's just always calm.
Yeah, pretty much. Then Kakyoin has a Hierophant Green, which he Emerald Splash, where he just splashes shit and then like stretches out to a bunch of different things.
It's all stretchy.
Then you have Abdul, Magician Red, which is giant fire chicken.
Fire chicken. It's a fire chicken.
Then you have Polnareff, which is Silver Chariot, which
I like
is
Silver Chariot.
He has kind of like speed and precision as well, but like his armor pops off.
Yeah.
Because he's like pretty much like a knight with a fencing.
He's a fencer.
Yeah, and then like his armor pops off and he becomes like a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Then you have like Tower of Grey, and then we kind of already went all over those.
Yeah.
Then you have Dio-san, which I won't spoil that for you. Monkey Nando! I won't spoil Dio-san for you.
No, I don't want you to. I don't know. Because it's been the things like, what is it?
Yeah.
What is it, man? I don't know what it is.
But, yeah, we're going to wrap up here. Next month's anime. Hopefully we'll hit the first Friday of the month. That's the goal. Is Utaware Romano, The False Faces.
I think you got it. I think you said it good.
I'll put that in the description, the name of it, so it's easier to look up. Hopefully it's on Hulu. That's why I'm looking at it right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can use things like Kiss Anime. I didn't say that. Technically illegal. Yeah, so that's our next anime. It's 25 episodes long. I'm really bad at procrastinating and watching these.
I'll get to, like when I started it when it first came out.
Yeah.
And it was ongoing. That's probably why I didn't finish it, because I stopped. I wanted it to finish, but I just never went back to it. And I think I was pretty interested.
Yeah. One of these days I have to go back to Seraph of the End.
Yeah.
Because I never finished that.
Really?
I think it was on. It might have been ongoing, or the first season just ended, and I only got like 4 episodes in where he got his weapon.
All right. Okay, I'm almost certain since it got a season 2, it's probably gonna get a season 3. Season 2 was pretty good, but it didn't. It season 2 ended with a cliffhanger for sure.
What was I watching?
So, and then when season 3 like starts, I think I'm gonna watch season 1 and 2 again.
I want to say I was watching. Somebody fact check me on this. I want to say I was watching Hellsing Ultimate, and then there's Hellsing, and then there's like the Vatican, which they have their own thing where they hunt vampires, and there's like a Father Vincent.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure. This could totally be wrong. I'm pretty sure he's voiced by Dio, the dude who does Dio.
Really?
Yeah, I want to say so, but I could totally be wrong, because I was just watching anime one day and I'm like, it sounds a lot like Dio, and I look it up and it's Dio.
Maybe not.
I have to look it up. I'll look it up after this podcast. And then I'll show you that other clip from part 2 where I was talking about.
Yes.
So we're gonna end this podcast here. As I said, Utaware Romano, The False Faces in next month's anime, so come join us. Comment what you thought about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, even if it was just part 1, if you watched part 2, if you watched everything, if you read the manga, I don't care. It'd be nice to have a discussion with you down in the comments. So, until then, this has been the podcast no one gave a crap about. I'm Matthias.
And I'm Alex.
And we'll see you guys next month. Bye. Well, next week, but yeah, you get it. Whatever. Bye.